What up, Poke people? It's me, DigiSmithy. I always do that. What up, Poke people? It's me, Irresponsible Cardboard, and hey, I just came back from a card show today, and it was the NewarkCardGuy Card Show in, well, Newark. But I went as a buyer, not a vendor, so let's see what I picked up. Full disclosure, I did plan to do a 9-card, 9-word challenge again, but man, I was just so lazy, and I just wanted to enjoy the card show as a card show. But again, let's just look at the cards. Alright, one of the cards I picked up was this Nessa trainer from, I believe, I don't remember. I used to love set symbols, but now with a lot of sets, I can't remember. I kind of like the new, just copying the Japanese way of the set abbreviations, and you know what set it's from. So yeah, I picked up this Nessa. I like it better than the trainer gallery version, but I just picked it up as more as a spec, and I got it for like $10, I believe, and the market was $14. So I just think it's a good pickup. Sword and Shield rotates officially in a couple days, so for sure they're not getting reprinted anymore, even though this was not going to be reprinted. I still think it's Vivid Voltage, but oh well, decided to pick it up. Also decided to pick this card up, Marnie's Pride from Billion Stars. Most popular character from Sword and Shield for sure, but this is probably the worst full art trainer version of her. But you know, decided to pick it up because I believe it was just in a binder, so there's that. And you know, it doesn't hurt to have a few binder cards. Not planning on keeping it. I have so many of these, but you know, again, spec investment. I don't want to call it investment, but like trade binder stuff. Speaking of trade binder stuff, we had a renaissance of Crown Zenith, so just wanted to pick these up before it's officially out of print in a couple days, or at least it should be, if based on, you know, if they're only printing for regulation rules. I don't think they're gonna print a yellow border set anymore, so I decided to pick up an Irida. Also, Alessa Sparkle. So for me, I actually still prefer the regular full arts over the SIRs or gallery versions, but you know, and this was probably, I think it's the best full art trainer to come out of Crown Zenith, and so I wish I kind of had more. Well, the price is still inflated. I feel like it's still a good pickup for trade binders or the vendor table. And then I picked up a couple Cynthia's Ambitions because, again, Crown Zenith it's rotating out for sure. Cynthia's gonna probably be brought more attention because of Destined Rivals. Obviously she was in Heatwave Arena, so yeah, decided to pick a couple up. And then some cards I wanted for either personal collection because I sold all of mine, or trade binders. I picked up 2 of these Pikachu and Zekrom GX promos. Again, because I sold my collector boxes of them, and I sold my extra copies of them. So just bought stuff to refill the binder too, in case I decide not to keep them, or I can keep them long term, because Sun and Moon era stuff is getting older and older by the minute, literally. Again, some more specs. I picked up the Mew Celebrations, the shiny Mew. Again, another XY era card, so officially out of print. I mean, they're not going to print any more celebrations or 25th celebrations, and the 30th anniversary is next year, so you know, more eyes will be on the sets of celebrations and generations. So well, we'll see how these go. Maybe, but I'll still probably put them in the trade binder if people want them. Again, more Crown Zenith cards. I got the Entei V, Entei V Galarian Gallery card, and then I got the Suicune V Galarian Gallery card, and then a couple Raikou V Galarian Gallery cards, because I got good prices on them. And you know, like I said, I mean, I keep repeating that Crown Zenith is going to be out of print because the Sword and Shield era is basically out of print now. So glad to get these cards. And then another big hitter to get is Glaceon V-Star from Crown Zenith. The market price for Crown Zenith cards have also settled a bit. That's why I felt comfortable picking up an extra copy, because sometimes it's not even it's just I actually do need more product for my vending table for when I decide to go to trade nights and stuff. It's weird to think that you're buying cards just to sell, even if it's even. But if you understand vending, just having product to bring people to your table is very important. So having big cards like this of popular Pokemon is just a good thing to have. Speaking of popular Pokemon, we got Mew V. Alternate art. I sold my copy and I wish I had it. So this was actually the start of the pile that I don't know if I want in my personal collection, or it's gonna go to the trade binder / vending table for whenever I go. So it's kind of on the fence. The reason why I'm picking more stuff for my personal collection is because I'm probably gonna make a video on it, but like I redid my walls and shelving behind me, and so instead of having 2 picture shelves for Pokemon cards, I added 2 more. So there's gonna be 4 rows, so basically 4 by, I think if it's 15 or 16 cards each. So that's gonna be my personal collection besides the full art trainers. So I want the Pokemon on display, or like the good cards, and then over time, like those 60 cards, I'm gonna keep switching out for probably more higher end stuff, but you got to start out somewhere. So here's a quick picture of my my wall right now. Half of it's empty. And then speaking of bigger cards, here's Umbreon V All Art. Got a good price on it. Unfortunately, it is very off center, but it's still a beautiful card. It will make somebody with a binder collection pretty happy. So that's why I decided to pick it up, because it's like, I don't know, I think I picked it for like $220, $210. So it was significantly out, and it's just a good card that brings people to the table as well. Plus, I've always wanted this, so I don't care about grading really. So like something that off center, it doesn't bother me too much, because the art is still the art. But I don't know, I'm still on the fence of it, because it's like I'm never gonna get the Moonbreon. So it's like, just knowing that it has a pairing card with it, I don't know if I want to keep it or not. Same thing with this, the Leafeon V. I don't have the Leafeon V Max, and I don't really plan to get the Leafeon V Max. And it is unfortunately off center again, but I did get like 10-20% off market value at the time, so still a nice pickup. Still a nice, beautiful looking card from a distance, like if you don't look at the border. So glad to pick it up. I actually do like the Leafeon V and Umbreon V more than their VMAX versions, but obviously they're not as rare or sought after, so that's why their prices are lower. But they're still there. Now for a card that I'm like really debating if I want in my personal collection, because 1, I do love Greninja, and 2, I actually do like rainbow cards, even though like some of them still just look like regular stickers you get from like a little quarter machine at Safeway or something. But I don't know, it's still a cool Pokemon. I like it a lot. I do have the Charizard Rainbow GX now that I probably want in my collection, so I might put like more rainbows on the wall. So, and this is a Pokemon I really like. So there's that. And then I saw these 2 Gardevoir EX cards. They were like $35 and $32, and I picked up on a lot of other cards, so I basically got these 2 for $60. They're not near mint, but like they're pretty good binder copy cards to have. And Gardevoir is a very popular Pokemon. Radiant collection cards are becoming more and more harder to get, because like who's opening Generations packs right now? So these I might want to keep one, probably the lowest condition one I'd keep, because you know it's just going to be for display anyway, and the fronts look beautiful for both, and the centering is pretty good on both. It's just there's probably some whitening and edge wear on a couple of bits, but they're like LP plus, so they're still good cards to pick up. And then I also picked up the Shaman. It's a really nice looking cards. I really do like the XY era full arts. I feel like they're more stylistic, more anime-ish, I guess you would say. Although this is not the Shaman that like broke the game, I still think this is the best looking Shaman card, in my opinion. So glad to have it. It's borderline gonna be in my collection or not, but it might just be on the wall temporarily, and then I'll sell it. But I mean, there's no biggie. The collection is fluid now, so, but it is a nice card to look at for sure. And then a card for sure that everybody will recognize. It's a reverse holo Charizard from XY Evolutions. I don't think it's pretty clean. Might have a print line, so I for sure won't get a 10, but like I wouldn't argue that it's near mint. Remember, to me, near mint, and well, to PSA, near mint is PSA 7. So there's that. So PSA 7 is a near mint. I know people don't feel that way, but that's how it really is. So I don't know. I've always wanted this card. I'll probably put it next to the Celebration Charizard on the wall. Like Charizard, it grew out. It's not really my favorite Pokemon anymore, and I am affected by Charizard fatigue, but it is Charmander was the first starter I picked, so there will always be a special place in my heart for Charizard. And just having a Charizard card, because I had the regular XY Generations ones when I was collecting in 2016, 2017-ish, but I could never get the reverse holo one, so I just gotta appease my past self and get this card for myself. Now for the cards that will actually go for my personal collection is obviously full art trainers. Not the most exciting things to look at, but you know, I gotta start picking these up. I mean, they're getting low, like, because nobody's chasing a Rhyhorn from Prismatic Evolutions, but I'm gonna have to get them at some point. Maybe they'll go to $1, but I pretty much got them at $1 or $2. So I mean, you know, I'm collecting all the full art trainers, especially after I got the Lily from was it Ultra Prism or Team Up? That, yeah, I'm committing to getting all the full art trainers now. So I do have to get the cheap ones too. So there's Rhyhorn, an older card I hadn't seen in person. Like, I could have, obviously it's not that expensive. I could have bought this on TCG Player, but like I saw it in person, caught my eye. I was like, ooh, I do need a Crash Awake, and this is a relatively clean copy. It might have been packed fresh too, so I'm glad to pick it up, see it in person, and I don't have to pay shipping fees or tax or anything. So that's always the best part of going to card shows. And then a card that I was surprised that I didn't have already. So basically, I have all the Sword and Shield full art trainers, and then all the Scarlet and Violet trainers up into Paradox Rift, except this one, and I don't know why I never picked it up, or I'm pretty sure I did pick it up because I remember selling one. So I think I sold my only copy thinking it was a duplicate. So I had to pick this up, which is kind of sucks because I'm pretty sure I had the card when it was like $8, and that was probably when I sold it, and now it's like a $15 card. But luckily they lowered the price for me, and this is, I believe this is a better centering version than the one I used to have. And then speaking of selling stuff that was in your personal collection, I had 12 of these, and I thought I saved one for myself, and I didn't, and I sold all of them. So I had to buy one at $30. So luckily I sold all of mine for like $30 too. So I'm just kind of rebuying what I sold, but I wish I didn't have to always remember to buy one. So it's good to have this one back in my collection. And then the last one is not Pokemon, but I think it is the most expensive. No, it's not the most expensive card I bought, but it's the most expensive card I bought from my personal collection. As I can see, I play Magic the Gathering, so that's actually my #1 card game to play. And you'll always need a Force of Negation just for commander decks that run blue. Also, so I bought a special version of the card, and it looks nice. So there's that. Yeah, it's not always all about Pokemon. So those are all the cards I picked up at the Newark Card Show. Which one was your favorite card that I picked up? Let me know in the comments below. But as always, don't forget to collect responsibly. See you guys.